Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, Margie. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
A little bit tired from traveling.
Oh my gosh, I have to hear all about your new baby that's coming.
So we traveled this weekend to Virginia, right outside of D.C., for our daughter's baby shower. It was interesting because it was virtual and in person. So we had to manage 40 people on a Zoom and 20 people in the room. And it was so lovely because she wanted to do a literacy-themed baby shower. And so what she asked folks to do was to bring their favorite book and tell the reason why it was their favorite and
How
why.
interesting.
It was lovely. You know, I think right now our world is so loud, right? With the election and the economy and all of the conflict. So to just take an hour and a half, 2 hours and talk about your childhood or your favorite book or the reason why you love Brown Bear, or why Blueberries for Sal
Now,
was
is this
such an
your
important
first
thing. This
grandchild?
is my first.
Oh my God.
I have named myself Glammy, and my husband is calling himself old granddad,
Oh, okay.
as in the bourbon. And then the other grandparents are Doc and Oma. So it was 40 family members and 20 friends that were in person.
Oh, how
it
wonderful.
was so lovely to just connect and celebrate something that isn't even here yet, but so
know.
loved.
Yeah.
So loved. So she's very active. We got to feel a lot of kicks, a lot of moving. we decorated the nursery. You would have loved it. Doing all of that stuff with moon and stars and sun, and so it was.
And I gave you a few little color tips like,
Yes, you did.
Don't use yellow.
Yeah.
Babies cry more in a yellow room.
Nope, it's a lovely blue lavender.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and it just feels very peaceful in there. But guess what?
What?
We have to take a grandparents class in order to go to the hospital.
Oh, you're kidding.
Because my daughter said, Mom, this is like you're interviewing for a job you haven't had in 30 years. So you have to learn all of the new do's and don'ts about being a grandparent. Can you imagine?
No.
How did our kids ever survive?
I flew from here to Boston and spent the night with Mitzi and brought her home the next day.
Seriously, I mean, it's a whole new world, and all the gadgets and the gizmos and the things.
And Mitzi said to me, Mommy's crying. I said, well, then feed him.
Exactly. So I will tell you how the course goes, and if I pass or not.
Wouldn't that be awful if you didn't?
I can't even imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Not passing a grandparents class. But I think it's mostly just educational.
Yeah.
And, you know, back in the day, we laid babies on their tummy. Now babies are on their back and no bumpers
And
in the crib.
maybe it's a little bit for the new mom and dad, too.
Well, they've already had a couple of them. No more Lamaze and breathing. It's all just about, you know, swaddling and sleeping and all of that good stuff.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
I'm excited to see if I can pass the class.
Whole new world. Oh, that's funny.
Another thing to add to my plate.
Yeah.
I could put on my resume. I passed the Glammy class. So how was your weekend?
Very quiet,
Yeah.
stormy.
Yes.
Yeah, survived a lot of, let's go down to the pool. Okay, we're down here. Now let's go home.
Yeah, it was wild weather in Virginia and D.C. You know, they live about 10 minutes outside of D.C.
Okay, my brother does too.
In
Yeah.
Virginia, in a town called Reston, that is a planned
Okay.
the first planned community in our nation. So they pay one HOA fee, the entire community does, and they can use any park, any pool, any walking trail, anything. It's kind of a cool concept.
Wow.
And it's clusters of townhomes and condos, and so it's really a very walkable town.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm 10 minutes away from the White House? This is crazy. But very lovely. So we're back and waiting for the call to when we can go again.
Now, when is she due?
October 7th.
Does she know what she's having?
A girl.
A girl.
We call her Little Sassy
Little sassy.
because she is. She's been a little stinker for sure. She's got very long legs from the ultrasound, and every time they're on the ultrasound, she's playing with her toes. So
See, that's how old I am. I didn't even know what Mitzi was having till she.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's one of those things. We didn't do ultrasounds either, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to having a baby Breeza, like a
Oh
Keurig
my
that
gosh.
does the bottle for you and warms it right up.
There's
So
nothing
it's
more
crazy.
amazing than holding a brand new baby.
I can't wait. I can't.
Yeah.
And of course, my mother will be a great grandmother
Yes.
for the second time, so she's excited about that. So yeah, that's a good feeling.
Oh, wonderful
Yeah.
feeling.
Good feeling. The kids at Hope House have been calling me Nana for a very long time. So I said, I don't want to be called Nana or Gigi or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we had to come up with an interesting name. So we'll see.
Good for you.
We'll see. I think this child will call me whatever she wants to call me.
Well, and that's kind of the way I did it with my grandkids.
Yeah.
And finally they said, no, you're just Grammy.
Yeah. You know what? I could be that too.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean,
So-
my mother we called Mimi, and her mother we called grandmother.
Yeah.
Very formal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still Grammy.
It's interesting, the names, right? Like
Yeah.
my husband's, his dad was Pop, my dad was Papa. So he's like, I'm going to be Granddad. I said, you're going to be what this baby will call you too. Very
Well, they called my ex-husband Grumps.
well. I hope we're not that. That's not a good one. That's for sure.
I didn't question it.
Well, you know what? It's just a really transitional time in our life, and it's exciting and it's anxious too.
Yes.
So when I always equate any of transition to what the families at Hope House are feeling, right? Because
Yeah,
they're in
that's
transition
right.
as well. So it's a very relatable time for us as well.
Well, again, today we have a very fascinating guest.
I love that we keep our community on their toes with educators and healers and people that want to help us quiet the noise in our world
And
right now.
change our lifestyles in a very positive,
Mhm.
healthy way.
Mhm.
And it just feels so good. I've learned so much.
We're like hope healers, you and I.
We are.
Hope dealers, healers.
Hope dealers?
Hope dealers.
Healer's a better name.
There you go. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Well, I'm
But,
excited to meet her
yeah.
and learn about her creative use of what she has to offer our community.
I
And I
know.
hope that if you're interested, you can call in at 844-STUDIO-4. We'd love to take a call. And we're going to take this journey together because I've not yet been introduced to
and
her
I've
services.
been working with our surprise guest for quite a while now and doing some magnificent things that I love. Well, I love healing with color, as you know, but adding color to healing yourself in a very different way
That's amazing.
is beautiful too.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All the energy work. that's
Music and color and
so important.
It
It's
is.
so important right now that we find any kind of modality to help us heal and center ourselves and bring ourselves some peace.
yes, yeah. So we will be introducing our guest, and we have a little surprise coming too for the first caller who calls in.
I love surprises. Before we go, I want to just mention Macintosh Law Firm.
Yes,
We are presented by them. They are a wonderful, amazing bunch of attorneys that are in Davidson, and they are local, legal, and you reach out to them should you have any need to find an attorney in your life because they all serve in our community on our board or pro bono or doing something fabulous. So we want to make sure that we mention Macintosh Law Firm.
so don't go away.
When we come back, we're going to be introducing to you to our special guest today here on Community Centered.
I know, I can't wait.
I can't either, and I hope our listeners are paying attention.
There's more Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law and hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, this really is our nicest stretch of weather in months around the Lake Norman area, and the next couple of mornings may have you thinking about pumpkin spice, apple spice, whatever your fancy is. Kind of an early little tease to fall. Drier weather, cooler weather, and much less humid weather. That's making the difference. Sunshine today as we warm back into the low and mid 80s, cooling it off tonight into the upper 50s and low 60s. High temperatures only around 80 tomorrow for Wednesday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like ISI Denver.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Langtree, Lake Norman, and Mooresville has free music this Thursday featuring a concert by Third Rail. Third Rail presents their high-energy show of rock and roll cover songs, while Langtree is open for food and drinks. Event time is 6:30 p.m., music begins at 7, and the Langtree shops off Exit 31 from I-77 are open all day. Grab your lawn chairs and enjoy Langtree Live this Thursday night with a free concert by Third Rail. Birkdale Village in Huntersville continues their Friday night Live Under the Oaks concert series with music from Dukes and Smith. The Dukes and Smith Band provides an energetic mix of pop, rock, country, R&B, and beach music. Come and enjoy all Birkdale Village has to offer with the free Dukes and Smith concert beginning at 6 p.m. Friday at Birkdale Village in Huntersville. Downtown Mooresville presents the Downtown Summer Sidewalk Sale this Saturday. Join locally owned businesses for hot sales. Come shop till you drop in downtown Mooresville on Saturday. Davidson presents Concerts on the Green Saturday. The Dave Matthews Tribute Band plays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the Davidson Village Green. Enjoy this free performance on Saturday night in downtown Davidson. On Saturday, September 7th, see the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The playoff opener features a two-moto format for the 450cc class and the 250cc class, promising plenty of drama and excitement the moment the gates drop. The Super Motocross Fan Fest is a pre-race event taking place from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. where you can see the teams practice, prepare, and qualify for the playoff round and is included with your event ticket. Don't miss the biggest Super Motocross race of the year. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com or the CMS app for information and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Now back to Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law, only on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. I believe we have a caller already.
Yay! Hello, caller. Are you there?
Miss.
How are y'all?
Hi.
Listen, I just was calling in to congratulate WSIC. It's Happy Radio Day today, and they have a lot of good shows and very good informative information. You guys are just one of the shows that they have on the program, and I wanted to congratulate Debbie. You are in for a treat, young lady. Fixing to have your first grandchild. I've got two of them, and I'll tell you a little quick funny story with mine. My wife, she got her wings last year, so she's in heaven.
Bless.
But the children are God's gift to us, as you well know. And I'll tell you, my daughter, when she birthed our granddaughter, I made the mistake and called my wife grandmother. And I was in the doghouse with the dog that night, and she said, I want to be called Nana from now on. So that's what it was for her. But you and your husband will come up with a good name for you. It may be Grammy. It may be Mimi. It could be a number of things. But, yeah, more importantly, congratulations, and hope that the birth goes well and everything's healthy, and you know, that's the main thing.
Well, thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys and your show. Y'all have helped me out in the past year with the death of my wife, and just listening to you guys. And it's just been very useful and very helpful.
Well, I hope you're going to hang around and listen to us today. We have another amazing gift for our community with our healer here today. And I just want to thank you so much for reaching out. I know that I am abundantly blessed, more than I prayed for, with this child. And so I've waited my whole life to be a grandma. I think I'm going to get it right.
Our first caller, I would like to give you 15-minute free phone call interview with our guest, who is an intuitive energy healer. And she probably can help you with some of the pain that you're going through.
I think one of
bless her heart. If she taps into my mind, bless her heart.
Oh,
she will.
So
she will.
Get scared.
No. And it is an honor to introduce Jagu Gopar, who is an intuitive energy healer. I've got to read all this. A registered nurse, certified emotional code practitioner, body code practitioner, Reiki Healer and Master, into meditation. I need it. And she is a yoga instructor.
I wish you could feel the energy in this room that she brings. Sometimes I don't know how you feel about that. Yeah, she's a bright light that came in here, and I think
So
that
you stay tuned
yeah.
because she will give you all of her call-in information.
I think the guys can take that. I think Reese and Joe can maybe take caller's name and information, and we'll
Yeah.
get it to her, and then she can give you a call back at a mutually beneficial time.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. And real quick, I think every man should have to watch the movie Still Magnolia.
Oh, you
If
bet.
they watch that movie,
Yes.
they would help us men understand you women folk a lot better.
Well, I use a line in that movie all the time. I say, Shelby, drink your juice. When life just gets crazy, if we could just only drink our juice, we would be okay. But thank you so much for your well wishes and calling in. That makes my heart sing to know that there's someone else who's sending me good vibes for a healthy baby. So thank you so much for that.
God bless you, Debbie, and take care, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You too, Margie. You're
Thank
doing a
you.
good thing over there.
Good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I
Thank
am
you.
just
Happy
so
to be here.
thrilled to have you here. You have done so much for me. I was starting a women's group, Women in Spectacular Places, and your name came to me about 3 times. So I called you right away because I thought I just need to know how you go about healing. And I'm going to tell my really down and dirty story. You said, talk to me for 15 seconds. You recorded it, and then it gave you all these colors, the healing colors and colors that I needed. And then it put music to it. And you said to me, listen to that music for 10 minutes every day, twice a day. And you introduced me back into meditating, taking time for me, which Debbie and I both don't do. We get up, we hit the ground running. And all of a sudden I go, I just have to play this music again and look at the colors that I need to be seeing and listen to them. I love that music. And I play it when I'm running around cleaning or doing whatever, because it helps me to stop in my place and realize how much life has given me, what a gift it is.
It sounds like it was a prescription for you, Margie.
It was a whole new lifestyle.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
prescription for healing. I love
Yes.
that.
And then I printed out, this is what I love too, because the color chakras. And I was kind of all over the map there. Well, no, I wasn't too badly that day. But they're all green, which is good. I'm normal.
Define
Now, some
normal.
people would not believe that. But you get so much information. Now, how did you study to learn how to do all this?
Yeah, from registered nurse to tell us about your adventure.
Well, thank you, first of all, for having me here.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And so from a very young age, I just wanted to help people. So, and I always adored elderly from a very young age.
That's so nice to put it that way.
I really did. I just love the senior population. And I knew from a very young age I wanted to be a nurse. That's what I went out and pursued to do. And after I became a nurse, and didn't take long, but you kind of start doing things and it's like, wait a minute, this is it? And I found Reiki healing.
I love Reiki.
Yeah, I found that 2 years, 3 years right into my career. And once I learned it, I could not put that down.
Yeah.
It just became a part of my practice. I would do, as I was attuned to Reiki, you had to give yourself self-Reiki treatments. And I did it every night. And I just loved it. And then before you know it, I started other natural holistic approaches. My grandfather was an Ayurvedic doctor. So I knew like plant had healing. I knew, everything is divine. he instilled this thought that there is God in all people. And, everybody is a creation of God. So his teachings have always stirred me the right way whenever life threw a difficult situation, or I would think, what do I do? And I just go right back to that simple, some of his simple teachings, and it helps me to be grounded. And before you know it, I learned meditation and became a yoga instructor, and then Emotion Code Practitioner, body code, and then what Margie's talking about is frequency medicine, frequency healing. So, and I think I always knew the time I practiced nursing, I didn't like seeing what I saw, which was, I started out as a mental health nurse, and I worked in the alcohol, drug, detox. I was in like the emergency room of patients being admitted, and, that the police officers were committing. I saw all that. I worked with the young children population who were having so much behavioral issues. And I just thought, whoa, and everybody was just being thrown on medications to numb them.
Okay.
And I knew that is not what aligned with me.
Right.
And I knew right from then, there is a power within us to heal. So even though I practiced nursing and had to follow the rules and go by all of that to treat clients, for myself, I always used energy healing. I always, went within myself for answers.
Yeah.
So 28 years later, here I am. And I left nursing last year to pursue energy healing because I knew I needed to shift. Sometimes after COVID, I thought, okay, things have really shifted and changed in nursing, and I knew I needed to shift. So I went, again, more meditation inwards, and the answer I kept getting from my heart and within me was, teach the real medicine. Teach, people well-being, holistic healing. We have really gone away with quick fixes and just turning to pills. And that's not the answer, because a pill will give you another symptom. Will give you another symptom. You keep going to doctors, before you know it, you're going to be on 15, 20, 30 pills. And I saw that in all my patients, and maybe after the break, I can share with you what I saw with my dementia population that were on, at the end of life, when we took them off of medications. They completely reversed and came back to life because we stopped their pills. They were over medicated on things. They didn't, their bodies weren't absorbing the medications, the livers, kidneys, everything was working over, so much. When you stopped all the medications because we thought they were dying, oh my gosh, these patients of ours came alive.
That's amazing.
And
I think we need another
6
3
months,
hours.
a year longer, they would live. And that was quality of life.
Yeah.
Wow. When we come back from break, we're going to be learning a lot more from you. So I hope that our listeners are taking notes and paying attention, because I think that you're right. We're only practicing medicine, right? We don't know what the modality is that's going to heal us in all different ways. So we need to be educated. So thank you so much for informing our listeners here on Community Centered. We come back from break, we're going to learn more.
Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law, a staple in our community since 1997. Will return on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, this really is our nicest stretch of weather in months around the Lake Norman area, and the next couple of mornings may have you thinking about pumpkin spice, apple spice, whatever your fancy is. Kind of an early little tease to fall. Drier weather, cooler weather, and much less humid weather. That's making the difference. Sunshine today as we warm back into the low and mid 80s. Cooling it off tonight into the upper 50s and low 60s. High temperatures only around 80 tomorrow for Wednesday. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Are you in constant pain, under constant stress? Just need a moment away? Repeat after me. Serenity Now Massage Therapy. SerenityNowMassageAndWellness.com, with locations in Mooresville and Cornelius.
Is your AC ready for the summer? Horn Heating and Air Conditioning is in the Lake Norman area to make sure Mother Nature is no match for your system. Experience the feeling of awe. HornHVAC.com. Schedule your maintenance today.
DrumLandscapeSupply.com. DrumLandscapeSupply.com. DrumLandscapeSupply.com.
Honey, what are you doing?
Oh, I figured if I rubbed my lawn and said DrumLandscapeSupply.com, I'd have the dream lawn I've always wanted.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawFirm.com.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Outdoor retailer Patagonia is giving its nearly 2,000 U.S. workers the day off on October 29th to vote early or volunteer, the first big employer to provide such a perk. Companies, including Coca-Cola and Salesforce, have made Election Day a paid day off in previous elections. A senior leader at Rivian Automotive's Seoul factory plans to leave the company, the latest in a wave of executive departures at the electric vehicle maker. Tim Fallon, Rivian's vice president of manufacturing operations, is on his way out, according to a message to employees seen by Bloomberg. Fallon's departure adds to the more than half a dozen high-level leaders that have left the company in recent months. And Uber hired former Tesla executive Rebecca Tanucci to oversee the ride-hailing platform's shift to electric vehicles, tapping a veteran who helped ink charging station deals with car makers like Rivian and Ford, partnerships that allow thousands of drivers to access Tesla's previously proprietary network of superchargers and enable the company to expand that revenue source. Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Radio.
Community Centered, presented by McIntosh Law, a staple in our community since 1997, returns now on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
We are back. And before we get the information on how to get a hold of our guest and what she can do for you, I do want to mention Bingo Night for McIntosh Law Firm.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and it is, August 27th at the Davidson Cotton Mill. And it is to benefit Alzheimer's. So please put that on your calendar and come on out and help support them. Jagu, every time I talk to you, I learn more and more and more, and I'm just fascinated by everything that you're doing. And you've even said to me I should learn how to do this myself, which I think at some point I will, because I think it's fascinating what you're doing. Tell the viewers, you are giving a free phone call to those who call in today, I believe, 15-minute phone call. Could you share the number that's best for them to call you?
Sure. They can call me on my cell.
Okay.
262-220-8894.
And give that to us one more time.
Yep. So you can reach me at 262-220-8894. 8894.
Okay.
262. Where is that from?
It's Wisconsin.
I was going to, there's a Midwest accent. I was
Yeah.
going to say Chicago, but I was
Well,
close.
very close. I was very close to on the border of Chicago.
Okay.
And yeah.
There you go.
And so if they call you, you can share with them how you can help
I
them.
can, absolutely. We can do a free discovery call for 15 minutes where they can share with me what they're having issues with, and I can tell them what I can best support them with. And like I always do, I always give them the options, but I always like to, everything is so unique and customized to my clients.
Yes.
And I always tell them, I want you to listen to your heart. What is it that, when I share something with you, what struck you? Because that's what you need.
Yeah.
So, if you feel like, I want to try this frequency scan, or after we talk, they are leaning towards Reiki or Emotion Code, Body Code, that's what we would need to do. I mean, I can always say, hey, this will work the best, but your body also knows exactly what it needs. And that when your heart is signaling you, your body is telling you something, don't quiet it down. Yeah. It's time we quiet the inner voice. I mean, the outer noise, and listen to what is our body saying. Yeah. All of us are intuitive in different ways. We just get so caught up with life and the busyness of outside, and we keep just putting a blanket over.
We get distracted.
Yes.
I think it's so loud. Tell our listeners the difference between what is Reiki and then what is body coding. I've never heard of that before.
Okay. So, everything is just energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the simplest thing. Everything is energy. You, me, this table, our phones. So it's just different levels of blockages in the body. So Reiki healing really works on the 7 main chakras. And really, there's other small chakras within the body as well. So it's going to work on all the blocks in the body, focusing on the chakras. What are chakras? They're lined up along the spine. Each chakra helps you to express different emotions, helps you to physically carry on a task, and everybody has them. Doesn't matter what race we are, or, what background we have, we all have these 7 main chakras. So when there's an imbalance in the chakra, it's going to,
your whole body feels it.
Different parts of the body are not going to work, as optimal as they should. So Reiki just, is symbols. It's me getting your permission and really putting that intention out that I want to help this person for their highest good, for their body, mind, spirit. And I usually just start wherever I'm led to with each person, and then I let their body guide me. I'll start out a certain way, but if I can start feeling their body is taking more energy in certain parts, then I'm going to stay there longer because their body needs it. And what I may be doing, the practitioner or the client may be feeling a little bit different, how they're receiving, and it doesn't matter. I'll know that they're receiving it.
Yeah.
Reiki, you can never overdose on Reiki. It's just your body takes the energy where it needs to go.
And shifts it.
And because your body is magnificent. It's this perfect thing that the divine made, and it knows how to heal itself. But what's happened is there's been blocks. So where these blocks are, energy can't get through and things aren't circulating. How do you get these blocks in the body? Well, after, a baby is beautiful and knows nothing from, everything is divine, right? But then our culture, puts certain demands.
Right.
We start to manipulate and change things. We start putting different restrictions on people, and then you go to school. Then school does a great job of reinforcing new rules and the way we need to be. Our society does that. Our marketing, our job, the whole world. We are influenced by how we need to be. We're taught we need to be this way to fit this. And over time, you start to lose your
who you are,
true identity of what really makes you happy.
Yeah.
What is your soul purpose?
Yeah.
So we start to lose that, and you start living by maybe your parents, or because you're so academically good,
influenced
maybe
by
what you
social
need
media,
to
right?
Oh my gosh, nowadays social media. So we're just but anyways, getting back to, so Reiki is just giving that energy. It's transmitted through the hands. It's symbols. I can even activate symbols through my eyes, breath. There's so many ways, and you're just sending that energy. And you can do it to a person that's laying here, or I can transmit it from a distance, just like when we're talking on a phone.
Yeah.
You could be in Japan and I'm here, and and it's the same exact thing. It's the intention of the mind to help this person.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, what is body coding?
So body code is from Dr. Bradley Nelson, and that's his second level. Emotion code is the first.
Okay.
And what the concept of that is, you have 60 emotions, and when these emotions aren't properly dealt with, then you end up blocking them and holding them in some part of the body. So initially, let's say you are experiencing something, and it could even be something fun. Let's just, for the sake of it, let's say we're going on a roller coaster, and you are excited.
I'd be scared to death.
You're excited. Kids are excited. And, even as a parent, you might think, oh, you're taking your child, you're excited. And then you get to the top and you're like, oh my God. And suddenly maybe a bit of fear or shock or something comes through. And the subconscious is like, wait, I don't want this person to be hurt, damaged for the rest of their life. So we're going to just hold this emotion, and then you get through that action. But now if I don't go back and process that, or whatever that trauma is, or in whatever life situation that you experienced in that moment, the body will hold this for a week or two. But if you don't go back and process that, then what happens is that becomes emotional baggage. So it's like you are wearing this heavy backpack full of baggage.
Yeah.
And it starts to sit on different parts of your shoulders, your back, your hip, your legs, different parts of the body. And an emotion is the energy of like a grapefruit all the way up to a cantaloupe. That is the energy that it starts to block in the body.
Wow.
And then body code is just the most comprehensive thing that Dr. Bradley has come up with. So that is, and maybe we should talk about it after the break, because it gets way too detailed.
When we come back from break, we're going to be talking about
a
body,
lot of cantaloupes
coding.
to let go of.
I can imagine. I was thinking of the backpack on your back too, Margie. Oh, that's tipping us over. So when we come back from break, we are going to be exploring a little bit more about body coding, because it was way too big to get in 30 seconds.
Sorry.
So that's okay. I think that's wonderful. Again, you can always call the studio, 844-STUDIO-4.
Stay with us. We'll have more of Community Centered presented by Macintosh Law with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, this really is our nicest stretch of weather in months around the Lake Norman area, and the next couple of mornings may have you thinking about pumpkin spice, apple spice, whatever your fancy is. Kind of an early little tease to fall. Drier weather, cooler weather, and much less humid weather. That's making the difference. Sunshine today as we warm back into the low and mid 80s, cooling it off tonight into the upper 50s and low 60s. High temperatures only around 80 tomorrow for Wednesday. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Langtree, Lake Norman, and Mooresville has free music this Thursday featuring a concert by Third Rail. Third Rail presents their high-energy show of rock and roll cover songs, while Langtree is open for food and drinks. Event time is 6:30 p.m., music begins at 7, and the Langtree shops off Exit 31 from I-77 are open all day. Grab your lawn chairs and enjoy Langtree Live this Thursday night with a free concert by Third Rail. Brookdale Village in Huntersville continues their Friday night Live Under the Oaks concert series with music from Dukes and Smith. The Dukes and Smith Band provides an energetic mix of pop, rock, country, R&B, and beach music. Come and enjoy all Brookdale Village has to offer with the free Dukes and Smith concert beginning at 6 p.m. Friday at Brookdale Village in Huntersville. Downtown Mooresville presents the Downtown Summer Sidewalk Sale this Saturday. Join locally owned businesses for hot sales. Come shop till you drop in downtown Mooresville on Saturday. Davidson presents Concerts on the Green Saturday. The Dave Matthews Tribute Band plays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the Davidson Village Green. Enjoy this free performance on Saturday night in downtown Davidson. On Saturday, September 7th, see the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The playoff opener features a two-moto format for the 450cc class and the 250cc class, promising plenty of drama and excitement the moment the gates drop. The Super Motocross Fan Fest is a pre-race event taking place from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. where you can see the teams practice, prepare, and qualify for the playoff round and is included with your event ticket. Don't miss the biggest Super Motocross race of the year. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com or the CMS app for information and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Macintosh Law presents Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back, listeners, to Community Centered. I'm your host, Debbie O'Hanley, with my hostess friend, Margi. We are talking with Jagu, who is our new friend here. We have so much information to get out to you. We were talking on the break and everything, so we're going to have you come back as another guest once you finish your other certification, because this is a lot of information and a lot of really good information. Yeah. And we want to make sure that our listeners get all of that in, because it's time to get healed and put hope back in the headlines. So if you want to reach out to Jagu, you can call her at 262-220-8894. Again, 262-220-8894. Or her website is heal, heal.me/healed by energy. That is her website, and you can find her information there. We were talking before the break about body coding.
Yeah.
Body
coding.
code.
And we were going to learn what body coding is.
Yes. So body code is the most comprehensive. Your body knows everything, and it has been storing everything that has happened to you through your whole life. It is your computer.
Wow.
It knows everything.
I think Margie's eyes are fried.
and the way we tap into the body code is subconscious mind. So when somebody is giving me permission, then I will connect with them subconsciously, and then I start muscle testing. And my clients don't have to be with me. I do everything remote. In fact, my muscle testing skills are so great, and I intuitively, once we connect, I will start getting information. That's how my intuition is. Wow. I start feeling things. So before things can even actually, I start decoding, I already start getting answers. And I've noticed this happens, I think, the more you do, your intuition just starts getting stronger. Anyway, so the body code works on 6 different systems. One is it works on misalignments. So that is the structural part of our body. Okay, so it will see, hey, maybe you're having pain. Is this related to, it's actually over 4,000 page app that I have to decode. Oh, so it's like you find the main problem, we'll say client A has pain to their left hip. So I will ask, using the body code, what is it that we need to know to give them the best relief? What's the first thing to release? And it might take me to misalignment. Misalignment, I'll go into that, and then there's a whole bunch of other sections. It'll be 6 other areas. And then let's say it might take me to a structural part of the body. I'll click on that, and then it'll take me to another specific part of the body.
That's
And
so
I'll click on that, and then it'll take me, to maybe what's part of the spine. And, it'll keep decoding until we find the very root cause.
Yeah.
And then even when I get to the root cause, I've learned I don't stop there.
Mm.
I ask the very next question. Is there a trapped emotion here that's holding it back? It's really important to release. You can find that this is the problem, but then if you don't get to the actual trapped emotion, it might come back again. So let's release that trapped emotion. How do I release it? I just use my governing meridian. And because we're energetically connected to wherever they're at, it releases that from their body.
I bet your healing sessions with clients are very emotional, with people releasing a lot of trapped energy and a lot of trapped emotion.
It can be. This weekend, I was at an expo in Raleigh, and I did an emotion code, and she was so grateful. I mean, she says she has been feeling so overwhelmed. So much has been happening. She doesn't even know what to say or how to. And I said, well, then don't. I said, let me tap into your body. Mm-hmm. Let me see what your body wants. What is it going to get the bang for your bucks?
Yeah.
Like, what is it going to give you the most healing? Is it emotion code? Is it heart wall releases? Is it body code? And the body just took us to emotion code. Emotion code releases about 80% of everything from the body.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
That is the most, but then some of those really deep things, the body code will it's the most comprehensive. It will get the rest of it.
That's amazing.
So we just keep decoding. And then that problem is cleared. And then we ask the body, is there an associated or another underlying issue that's keeping this back pain? And then again, if it says yes, we start all over.
Wow.
And the other sections there's pathogens. So within the pathogens, it'll go down to all the different pathogens. Is it a physical form? Is it an energy form? In misalignments, there's meridians. There's like common common misalignments, and it just keeps decoding. There's a nutritional and lifestyle. So is there something in your nutrition lifestyle that needs to be addressed, like your sleep? Mm-hmm. Are you maybe needing a support from certain supplements, certain herb, essential oils, because those are all very powerful to heal. Mm-hmm. Another thing is toxicity. Are you being affected from some toxin from the environment?
Wow.
Maybe something you're not even ingesting, but something else someone around you is ingesting, and your body may have it stuck. And it keeps, going back to that because it's stuck there.
That's amazing.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's so interesting. And I'm just, as you're talking, I'm hearing and seeing all kinds of people that this would be such a wonderful benefit to them.
Yeah. And I'll just finish off the other 2 sections.
Sure.
There's also circuits and systems. So this is like, when you go into a room and you turn on the light. So this is the circuitry of your body. Is there a short circuit somewhere? Is there a wire? Is there a neuron? Is there some kind of circuit that's just not, firing it and synapsing? And does it need to be reconnected? Is there a break in your gallbladder going to another part of the body? It sounds funny, but it's so true.
It is.
And then the systems as the whole, your brain, all your organs, and your skeletal system, your entire body, so we're just continuously decoding. And then lastly, the part is energy. So energy has the emotion code, but that's just a very small aspect of it. In energy here, we have different, the heart walls. We have things that are inherited. We have things that are, we have offensive energy. We have things that are on reverberation, miasm. These are all different energies. So, miasms are very important for me, and I'm just we'll end there, and then I'll have you guys ask any questions. But miasms are a sickness emotion that your parents had that never got processed.
Wow.
And then they passed it on to you. So just like they can pass on the color of your hair and how tall you're going to be and, different factors, unknowingly, they're not intentionally passing this on, but unknowingly, a miasm is making them so sick, and it's a sickness energy that gets passed to you. So can I tell you the power of healing that happens in a person when we find miasm? I have cleared miasm in a girl that I've been treating. She's like 8 years old, but she has gotten it from her father, and it can go to so many generations.
Wow.
So when we're clearing inherited emotions or miasms or anything that's more than one lineage, it's huge. I'm telling you, it's huge, because it's not just clearing from that person who has no idea how to live, because once that depression emotion is cleared, that panic, whatever that energy is that's cleared, it's like you're just bringing them so much light and love that they've never had. You're shedding them a new opportunity. And then when I clear it from them, I'm also clearing from their parents, or if it's going back 2, 3, 4, 10 generations, whatever it is.
Wow.
So we're clearing from all of those spirits, and they may not be in a body form, but they're still in a spirit form somewhere, holding on to this energy that's been stuck. So
I think
you're
we need
clearing that.
I think we need you in a deer stand in the middle of West Catawba, and I think you need to be clearing the energy for everybody in the community.
Wow.
Because it just, I'm listening to what you're saying, and it just makes so much sense.
It does.
On I think, well, for me, dealing with all the families that I deal with in trauma at Hope House who are coming there, I'm thinking of the contagiousness, right, of all of that energy that they have when they come. And so you make a whole lot of sense to me. So I hope that folks will reach out to you. This has been a fascinating show to me.
I know
It's
it's going to
been
go way too fast.
A wealth of information. We're going to have to bring you back. And I know with our first caller, William, you're going to give him a call. And he sounds like a lovely gentleman who could use just a little support right now. And so I think that we're going to have to bring you back.
Yeah.
Because I think we just hit the tip of the iceberg.
We did. We
did, because we didn't even get to share what we did for Margie, the sound therapy.
I know.
With my frequency scanner. But it is so simple. See, nothing has to be hard in life. We make it hard, guys.
I agree.
Life is meant to be lived in ease, and you are supposed to live a full, happy, abundant life.
Yeah.
Free from pain and misery. So the scanner is my next level up, where I can tap into people's frequencies, and they just do a voice recording, and it will scan the 4 most out of balance frequencies in your body of the 8,000. And then based on that, it will customize sound therapy for you. Then your homework is just listen to the music.
Just listen to it.
Listen to the music, and just, it will shift. So those trapped emotions I talk about in the emotion code, that's one of the things, that's one of the energies. So those really repressed emotions will get released by listening to the sound therapy.
How lovely.
And it just puts your body back in balance with sound therapy, with the color therapy, and really the scanner will optimize. It will say, hey, these are the issues your body's having in your system. Let's bring it back to balance. So it will specifically send tones.
Jagu, you've been a delight.
Yes,
thank you for
thank
putting hope
you.
back in the headlines.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU Statesville.